The black-tailed rattlesnake is a venomous pit viper in the family Viperidae, subfamily Crotalinae. Its genus Crotalus contains all the rattlesnakes, obviously named for the distinctive rattling tail. The Crotalus molossus was first described by Baird and Gerard in 1853, and they have three subspecies that are typically recognized: the northern black-tailed rattlesnake, the Mexican black-tailed rattlesnake, and the Oaxacan black-tailed rattlesnake. Although some recent genetic studies suggest that these may represent divergent lineages within the species, there is also an insular form on the San Esteban Island, which some authors treat as a subspecies. The common name refers to the entirely black tail, including the rattle, and that helps distinguish the species from other rattlers. The black-tailed rattlesnake is a moderately large, heavy-bodied snake. Adults typically measure between 28 and 49 inches, with females generally larger and more robust than the males. The head is broad and triangular, a typical pit viper trait, with a heat-sensing pit on each side of the face that detects the infrared radiation. The scales along the body are strongly keeled, giving them a rough texture, and their coloration is variable. Ground colors range from olive gray or tan to yellowish, reddish brown, or nearly black, but the black tail is always distinctive. Dark brown or black lateral bands often run diagonally from the eye toward the mouth corners, and a series of darker rectangular blotches run down the back. This pattern provides excellent camouflage among rocks and leaf litter. Like all rattlesnakes, it has a segmented rattle at the tail tip, and each shed of the skin adds another segment. In youth, the rattle may be a single segment, so young snakes have only a button or a very short rattle, and they can't even rattle at all. The black-tailed rattlesnake occurs in the southwestern U.S. to central and southern Mexico, and in the U.S. is found in Texas, central and western, New Mexico, the southern half, and into Arizona with northern and western parts. South of the border, it ranges across much of the Mexican Plateau and the Sierra Madre, reaching as far south as Oaxaca and even onto the Tiburon and San Esteban Islands in the Gulf of California. Overall, it is a species of arid and semi-arid regions, occurring from low deserts up to montane forests, around 300 to around 3,750 meters in elevation. Preferred habitat includes desert grasslands, rocky canyons, badlands, and open chaparral, as well as pine oak woodland at higher elevations. These snakes often shelter in rocky outcrops, ledges, and burrows, and individuals on dark lava or igneous soils tend to be darker in color to blend in. Black-tailed rattlesnakes are primarily crepuscular to nocturnal snakes, but their activity shifts with seasons. In cool spring and fall weather, they are often active by day for basking and foraging. In the hot summer months, they become mostly nocturnal to avoid extreme heat. In winter, and sometimes in late fall, they hibernate or brumate underground below the frost line, often using mountain burrows or rock crevices for shelter. These snakes can be surprisingly agile. They can climb into low shrubs and even up to 2.5 to 2.7 meters high in trees to bask. They are also capable swimmers. Locomotion is by lateral undulations, rectilinear crawling, or sidewinding on very loose sand, depending on the terrain. After summer rains, it's not common to see them emerge and bask on warm rocks or even on roads at twilight, soaking up residual heat. Black-tailed rattlesnakes are solitary except during the mating season. These snakes are carnivorous ambush predators, and their diet is dominated by mammals and reptiles, primarily rodents and other small mammals, as well as lizards and birds. They hunt from concealed positions, often remaining still and striking quickly when prey comes near. The rattlesnake's infrared sensing pits and its Jacobson's organ allow it to locate warm-bodied prey even in darkness. Upon striking, the snake injects venom through its hollow fangs to immobilize the prey, and the venom acts to disrupt blood clotting and cause tissue damage, which eventually subdues the animal, and the black-tailed rattlesnake typically waits for the prey to die from its venom. Then it tracks it if necessary and swallows it head first whole. Studies of the stomach contents show mostly rodents and other small mammals with lizards and birds as supplemental food. The Crotalus molossus mates in the spring after emergence from brumation, and males locate receptive females by following pheromone trails. Courtship involves the male chin rubbing and flicking under the female's chin while caressing her back. These snakes are unusual in that mating that can be prolonged and even monogamous. Males often stay with the female after mating to ward off rivals. As well with rattlesnakes, reproduction is ovoviviparous, and females carry fertilized eggs internally and give birth to live young. Gestation lasts a few months, with birth typically occurring in midsummer between July and August. Litters usually range between 3 to 16 young and average around 6 to 7, and newborn snakes are self-sufficient immediately and receive little or no parental care. They grow rapidly and add one rattle segment at each shed, and females reach sexual maturity around 3 to 5 years of age. Some females breed annually, while others may reproduce only every other year. Like other Crotalus rattlesnakes, the black-tailed rattlesnake's venom is a complex cocktail of enzymes and proteins that chiefly incapacitate prey and defend against predators. The venom contains metalloproteinases, serine proteases, phospholipases, L-amino acid oxidases, and other toxins. The net effect is strongly hemotoxic. Venom enzymes destroy capillaries, cause local tissue necrosis and hemorrhage, and interfere with blood clotting. Notably, the black-tailed rattlesnake venom has high PLA phospholipase activity, which hydrolyzes cell membranes and induces oxidative damage in prey tissues. These combined effects quickly weaken and kill prey. To humans, a bite from the Crotalus molossus is rarely fatal, but can be very serious. It causes intense pain, swelling, bleeding, and sometimes tissue death around the bite location. Medical treatment involves prompt antivenom with this species, but overall, compared to larger species like the western diamondback, the black-tailed rattlesnake's venom is considered only moderately toxic. Nevertheless, it is an effective tool for both subduing prey and deterring threats. Although top predators in its ecosystem, the black-tailed rattlesnake still falls prey to some animals. Birds of prey, mostly like hawks and eagles, often hunt young or small adult rattlesnakes. Mammalian predators include coyotes and bobcats. Even other snakes may prey on them, for example. Larger rattlesnake species will sometimes kill and eat them. And humans are also a major predator. Like ranchers and homeowners may kill rattlesnakes to protect their livestock out of fear. To avoid predation, the Crotalus molossus relies on its cryptic coloration to stay concealed among rocks and brush. If a threat approaches, it uses classic rattlesnake warning display. It coils up and raises its head and shakes its tail to make a loud rattle, and it may hiss a little bit. This acoustic warning is meant to deter large animals, including humans, before a strike. And if the warning is ignored, the snake can strike quickly with its long front fangs. These behaviors, camouflage plus warning displays, are usually effective at avoiding conflicts. In the wild, rattlesnake bites on humans are uncommon when people respect their warning signals. The black-tailed rattlesnake is currently listed as least concern by the IUCN, reflecting its wide range and presumed large population. It has no special protected status in the United States and is not on the CITES. In Mexico, some states list it as under special protection, and populations appear to be stable overall. But localized threats do exist, and habitat loss from urban development or agriculture can reduce suitable land. Road mortality is significant, and these snakes bask on warm highways and are often run over. And importantly, the Crotalus molossus is killed by people out of fear or to protect their livestock. Education is a key mitigation measure, and informing local communities about the ecological benefits of rattlesnakes and teaching caution rather than killing is crucial. For example, these snakes play an important role in controlling rodent pests that damage crops and also spread disease. When conflicts do occur, i.e. livestock bitten by a rattlesnake, many regions promote use of antivenom, safety trainings for outdoorsmen, and even relocation programs. In Texas and New Mexico, some wildlife agencies and nonprofits advise non-lethal removal of snake problems. Mexican regulations may protect rattlesnakes from intentional harm in certain areas. Overall, no large conservation actions are in place specifically for this species, but habitat protection, such as preserving desert reserves and responsible snake handling guidelines, benefit it indirectly. The black-tailed rattlesnake has attracted attention from researchers in various fields. Phylogeographic studies have revealed surprising genetic structure. The northern, the Mexican, and the Oaxacan populations form separate lineages and may warrant taxonomic revision. A 2025 venom proteomics study shows that the venom composition varies with age and among these lineages, indicating that local adaptation. Ecologically, the Crotalus molossus is a keystone predator in the southwestern deserts by preying on rodents and rabbits. It helps regulate prey populations and influence vegetation indirectly, and its importance is controlling pests and recognized by farmers and researchers alike. In addition, its venom has biomedical value. Components of the Crotalus molossus venom has been used in research to develop antivenoms and to study blood coagulation and oxidative stress mechanisms. Conservationists also study its habitat needs to better manage desert ecosystems. Finally, as a striking example of desert adaptation, the shifting from diurnal to nocturnal behavior seasonally, climbing on occasion, and tolerating extreme temperatures, this species offers an engaging case study in its physiological and behavioral ecology for undergraduates and biologists alike. In summary, the black-tailed rattlesnake, the Crotalus molossus, is a well-studied pit viper of the American Southwest whose unique biology, from its taxonomy and venom to its behavior and conservation, provides rich material for scientific exploration and education. So thank you guys for coming and watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was a little bit different. I know you didn't really get to see me a lot in this video. I'm just trying some new stuff out. Do things a little bit different with the educational side of things whenever making these videos. So check us out on the next one. We'll see what we're going to do. And when we get all the species covered, we're going to compile them all together.